Awesome. In this training, I have been talking to you about the 3 steps to develop, to build a business that you love and to step into your greatness. So if you are joining me, I'm going to be talking about the third step in this process today. And if you're joining me, let me know who you are. Let me know where you're coming in from. If you're catching the replay, then please drop a hashtag replay down below so I can come back around and say hello to you. But for those who don't know who I am, if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Fran Loubser, and I am a network marketing leader. I lead a large team, but I coach and train network marketers and home-based business owners to take their businesses online, to brand themselves, and to leverage the power of social media so that you actually build a business of your dreams. So in this series, and let me know if this series, if you've been watching this, if this has been of value to you. But in step 1, I spoke about actually stepping into that role and actually believing with every single fiber of your body, believing with every single fiber of your soul that you are worthy of that success. And this sometimes, and I can 100% relate to this. And as I said, that if you don't believe with all your heart and soul that you are that leader, if you don't believe that you're worthy of success, if you don't believe that you're capable of it, then this is something that you need to work on. And I had a coaching call with somebody in my team just yesterday, and and we spoke about this. And if you don't believe that you are there, if you don't believe that you're worthy of it, if you have limiting beliefs that are holding you back, then that is the first thing that you absolutely need to deal with. So step 1 is the mindset. Step 1 is believing that you are worthy of it. And I think the first thing that so many people don't do is they don't invest in coaching, they don't invest in mentoring, they don't invest in themselves. And that is the greatest investment that you can invest in, is investing in yourself to become the person that you are capable of being, to become that person that is inside of you, to become that person that is hiding inside of you, and let that person out and let that person shine. That person is inside of you. You just need to learn the skills and need to learn how to develop you. Okay. So that is step 1. Step 2 is actually developing the skill sets. So once you are growing yourself, and you are doing that personal development, doing those affirmations, you've invested in yourself, you've invested in mentoring and coaching so that you are becoming that very best version of yourself that you can become. The second step is to actually develop the skill sets. So are you developing the skill sets to grow an audience of your perfect prospects, to engage with that audience, to deliver the content to that audience, to develop relationships with the people that you're connecting with, and so that you can promote to that audience without being a salesy weirdo. And then, is that process duplicating? So that is super important. Is once you develop those skill sets, are you then duplicating that process for your team, so that when people come in, so when people join you, is that you're not stuck in training mode, is that you can continue to grow your business, you can continue to continue with that momentum, and your team is duplicating what you do. Okay. So that is the second step, is actually developing the skills, and duplicating those processes. Okay. And the third step, and this is what I want to cover today, is how do you leverage your time? Because your time, and everyone's time, is your biggest asset. It is your most valuable asset that you have. So how do you leverage your time? How do you, when you are, number one is having systems. So number one is having systems in place, so that when people join you, when people join your team, is that systems are doing the work for you. Systems are doing the heavy lifting for you, so that you continue to build your business, that you're not stuck, coaching, training, helping people. Okay. But so the other super important thing is that when you create content, when you create a live like this, when you create content, how can you leverage that? How can you leverage your time? How can you make time? How can you make that work for you? So here is what I do. And I want you to think about, like, whenever you create content, how can you repurpose that content? If I write an email, can I repurpose that email into a live? Can I repurpose that email into a post? Or if I create a post, how can I then take that post and maybe break it down? So how can I maybe take that post before I put that post out? Maybe I can ask a question that is going to create a lot of engagement before I put that post out. Once I put the post out, can I repurpose that post into a live? Absolutely. Some people watch posts, some people read posts, some people watch lives. If I create that post, can I put that post into an email? Absolutely. If I create the live, can I leverage that live and create a blog post out of it? Absolutely. So can you see how you can take one piece of content and repurpose it multiple times? The other thing is, when you create content, is save your content so that you can then repurpose that, because people don't remember what you posted like probably 2 weeks ago, let alone what you posted 3 months ago. So can you then repurpose the same content? If you have created an incredible piece of content that has got a lot of engagement, repurpose that content. Don't forever be reinventing the wheel. Don't forever think that every single day you've got to be creating new content. Think about, for example, this series of lives that I have done. I could have done that in one live, but I split it up into 3 lives because it is a ton of content for you. So split that content up into 3 pieces of content. Okay, save the content, and then can you repurpose that? You can repurpose you could share the live in an email. You could repurpose that email a couple of months down the line. If you save that, the live, if you save that live, can you restream it? Absolutely. So think about what you are doing and and leverage it. Okay, so leverage everything that you're doing so that instead of spending time forever recreating content, recreating things, use what you've done. Use what you have done, and instead spend your time developing relationships with people, spend your time having conversations with people, spend your time building your business. Okay, so that your content that you've created, you can repurpose that again and again and again. Okay, and I hope this has been of value for you today. If this is something that you want to be thinking, I need to learn how to do this, and I would love to learn how to do this, then please just drop training down below, because I'm actually delivering a training all around how to productivity hacks. So productivity hacks, so that everything that you do, you are leveraging your time, you are saving time, and the content that you're creating, showing you how to save it, how to find it easily, how to leverage it, so that instead of spending hours and hours and hours every single day and feeling like you're a slave to social media, you actually start having the life of your dreams and having more time freedom, and spending the time doing the things that you love, spending the time doing the things that you want to do, instead of being stuck on social media 24/7. So I hope this has been of value for you today. And if you want this training, then please just drop training down below, and I will get that for you. And if, like I said in the beginning, if you want that formula, if I said on day one, if you want our formula, if you want that formula to help you build influence on social media, just drop formula down below, and I will get that to you. So I hope this has been of value for you today. If it has, please drop a hashtag value down below, share it, tag your teammates in it so it'll help them too.